Pranshu was an excellent guide. He provided detailed information and took us through the shortest route to the Eiffel Tower elevator. Initially, the summit was closed due to weather conditions, but fortunately, the weather improved, and we were able to proceed. Pranshu shared a comprehensive history of the location, covering everything from its conception to construction and lighting. His knowledge and enthusiasm made the experience truly memorable. I highly recommend him. Keep up the fantastic work and really happy with the service. If you'd like to add a personal touch or specific details, feel free to modify it further. This English-speaking guided tour of the Eiffel Tower was a highlight of my trip to Paris. Arrangements were made quickly and our tour guide, Hendrix, was informative, friendly and made the wait times interactive and fun. The weather was overcast and then rainy, which slightly obscured the view. However, the view from the summit and lower levels was still magnificent. No matter how many people call it a cliché, it felt like a monumental climb to the summit. Our friendly guide Martin made the entire experience much better as well. There was no transportation for this trip. We went directly to the Eiffel Tower and then looked for the meeting point, but the meeting point was not difficult to find and we found the tour guide quickly. The tour guide who received us was very interesting and the content of his explanation was very interesting and detailed. It was very worthwhile and interesting to take this trip. It is really more cost-effective and convenient to choose the elevator to go directly. The guide needs to be more interactive and provide more information about the tower. The tower in itself is breathtaking. Nihad, our guide from Experience First, was such a gem. Lucky to have him as the guide, took great effort to engage us all. It was a very cold day without any sunlight. We arrived at the meeting point 30 minutes ahead of the schedule as recommended, but we saw no orange hat until 3:30 p.m., which is the scheduled time. Could been better if the guide show up ahead of time as recommended by the app too. Then, we had to wait 30 minutes more for other people to come, went through a long security line at that time, went through the line to pick up tickets with the guide. By the time we got into the first elevator was 4:30 p.m. and it's nearly dark. We had to rush to the summit before it gets too dark and couldn't continue the tour with our guide. Martin, our guide, was very funny and knowledgeable guy. He shares nice stories about the Eiffel in a very interactive and entertaining ways. Thanks for that. We wish we could have continued the tour with him if there was enough time and wasn't so cold that day. Wonderful experience. A must-see when going to Paris. GGW, a guide helps you know things much better. Quite informative trip as guided by the tour guide. The tour guide is very nice, explains very carefully, and will also remind you of some precautions and must-see indicators. Although the information can be found online, it is also good to listen to what others say without thinking. The tour guide's explanation was very detailed, but the waiting time was very long, even for priority tickets. I waited for almost 2 hours to get to the top of the tower and successfully saw the panoramic view of Paris. The tour guide Natalie was informative and shared the background and history of the Eiffel Tower. It was eye-opener and a great experience for a first-time visitor. The tour was very educational and organized. Our guide provided insightful information on the history of the Eiffel Tower and fun facts as well. He also went above and beyond by making sure to stick around after the tour to answer any questions that people had, such as recommended restaurants, and for us personally, he took group photos of my family, in which we were very happy with. Our tour guide Natalie was amazing and knowledgeable about the history of the Eiffel Tower and how it came to be. She was friendly and engaging and also gave us great tips on how to avoid getting scammed in Paris. Tour guide is amazing. She explained everything well right from the construction to current times. Will recommend it to others. My experience was really good with the agency. Our tour guide was Mr. Ganla, who was very knowledgeable about the history, and he showed us all monuments from top of Eiffel Tower. Management was good by agency.